If you're above or below that threshold, let's say it's 0.75%, right? Well, then if you see a 0.85% ratio, well, hey, maybe that's a property that you look into a little bit further.
Welcome to the Break Free Real Estate Podcast, your daily guide to financial freedom through real estate. I'm your host, Jocelyn Kaufman, and today I'm here with my co-host, David Robinson. And today we want to figure out if the 1% rule is realistic. So if you don't know what the 1% rule, it's essentially saying that the price of the property is 1% of the monthly income. And when I first started getting into real estate, this was popping up everywhere, like in most YouTube videos, on a bunch of forums and books and all this stuff. And so I found it to be a very easy metric for me to quickly analyze properties. And back when I got started in real estate, this was actually a realistic metric that I could use. Now that I'm more experienced, this is not the metric I go off of. I go off of my return on investment. I go off of the cap rate because those are more long-term. Essentially, you can find a house or a property that meets this 1% rule because it's in a really in an area that's you're not going to gain equity over the years, or because it's in a area, or because it's a house that maybe the owner has bad tenants in there that are willing to pay triple the amount of rent. And so it's not the only metric you want to look at. And in today's world, in high growth markets, you're not going to find this rule. In any market that is going to appreciate a lot over the next 10 years, the 1% rule is going to be hard to come by. However, if you're looking for steady income, if you're looking for cash flow, and you're investing in markets that are not going to appreciate as much over the next few years, 10 years or so, then this is going to be an easier metric to find. But I would suggest don't just go off of the 1% rule. Like, there's so many other rules that apply and metrics that are important. David, do you have anything?
Yeah, I would just say that the concept is valuable. Whether or not you can find a 1% property, or 2% property, or a 0.5% property is irrelevant. The tool is useful because it helps you to sort of analyze in bulk properties as a whole. And just to build off of your description and what you said, to give an example, if a property has rents or an income of $1,500 a month, and you're able to buy that property for $150,000, well, then that scenario follows the 1% rule. It's the rents are equal to 1% of the purchase price. So anybody who's familiar with investing in real estate, especially in Utah, hearing those numbers, $1,500 a month in rent for $150,000 property, like in my market, I can't find that. I'm not going to be able to tell one of my investor clients that, hey, I can help you achieve a 1% rule. So what I would say is I would make the argument that in my market, it's not realistic. That being said, the concept is valuable. So you can use that to sort of analyze what's typical in your market today. And if you're above or below that threshold, let's say it's 0.75%, right? Well, then if you see a 0.85% ratio, well, hey, maybe that's a property that you look into a little bit further. Or if you see something that's 0.5%, maybe that's something you disregard right away, right?
Yep, exactly. And just figure out what you're looking for. Are you wanting to invest in a high growth market? Are you needing cash flow? And then figure out what rule you want to go off of. It doesn't have to be the 1% rule. It could be a 0.75, it could be 3%, if good luck, but it could be whatever you decide. That's it for today. For more daily investing tips and real estate secrets, don't forget to visit breakfreerealestate.com and make sure to like, subscribe, and share our podcast. We will see you tomorrow.